worrying about the pathway to the future. But all there will ever be is what's happening here, in the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying, I'm the proof.
My life is too precious to waste it on broken promises. Prepare to be better, be careful with who you're following. No matter what they call you, you just put your all in it. You gotta give it all you got, whatever you do, don't call it quit. Some things in life I couldn't fix. Mistakes I made, they made me strong. I'm still gonna get the things I want, no matter if it takes me long. If it's your fault, you judged me wrong. You kicked me out and left me alone. I never lost my love for you. My new beginning getting closer. Eyes closed and meditate. Felt my vessel levitate. Purged my mind from all the hate. My spirit's in a better place. I waited for the time to move, not easy, but I made it through. Patience helped me see the future. I just had to know the truth. It's time to know it's more to you. No longer had to live your life confused. Stop living like you have a point to prove. Don't take what's bad for you and make it cool. Can't let the negative influence you. I
tell you to stay in your lane, all right? Let me tell you something. You've got one life to live. It's your birthright to try as many different things as you want. I get criticized for, trying this, doing a bit of that. I love it. It's what I'm here for. If you want to try something different in your life, go for it, all right? If you're a painter and decorator and you want to be a boxer, you try that. If you're an accountant and you want to be a ballet dancer, you go for that. That's your birthright, okay? I get criticized by people who stay in their lane that haven't got the confidence to try anything else, and that's boring. Do you know what I mean? Life's too short for that.
You don't know my potential, it's okay. I got it. I love you, that'll never die. At least we tried it. It's time to get to know myself. Through peaceful silence, I need a rider that will never fold. I can't deny it. This is not a song to blame the next for my mistakes. You're a perfect mother, I will never show you hate. And I pray for you every day, there's no resentment in my heart. I want the best for you, I pray your vision take you far. Sometimes the choices we make can bring unwelcome changes. It's kinda hard to trust, you gotta watch who you hang with. It's like I'm starting over, but I'm used to this stage. The things I never wanna face, but I can't take it the same. It's like it's falling in place instead of falling apart. Never give up on your dreams, you gotta fall in your heart. It's best you take the time to know who you are. Don't be discouraged through the struggle, you will never know if you never start. Go ahead.
Here's a redemptive power that making a choice has. Rather than feeling like you're at effect to all the things that are happening. Make a choice. Like you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide.
Shout out folk, man. Shout out FOE, man. Gabriel Boy, man. Salute.
It's water. It wants to move and go around stuff, So for me, I want to represent.
Just want to see y'all on. Get y'all week started. Word up and
my mind state is different now. I'm moving in a different way. I had to sit back and relax. Think about my next move. Know that I'm doing something that really defines who I really am, man. I can't just be moving, doing things, thinking I'm doing something great. I just want to be to be famous. I don't need that attention. Move so low, cause the troubles might find me. Remember me with my name mentioned. I moved out the hood, I won't be what you find on me. You hide behind the mask that you wear, and you don't know yourself, that's scary. I don't really care who's better. I just want to be legendary. It's like we all want more love. I still got love for the hood because it taught me so much. I hate we all didn't grow up. So many homies died young and left the whole hood toe up. Try to make the best from the losses we take. Never let success be the loss of my faith. Mama was young, but she taught me to pray. And I'm proud of the man that it made me today. I stand by my words, I believe what I say. It ain't no need to be stressed, cause I know that I'm safe. Yeah, was built up, don't expect me to break. Never forget to give thanks for every breath that I take. I kept calm through the storm, correcting my wrongs. And day by day, I'm slowly being transformed. They wonder how I made it through the storm. I knew to take charge, told the storm to be calm. I had to be famous, I don't need that attention. Move so low, cause the troubles might find me. Remember me with my name mentioned. I moved out the hood, I won't be what you find on me. You hide behind the mask that you wear, and you don't know yourself, that's scary. I don't really care who's better. I just wanna be legendary. And you don't know how am I keeping my peace. Gotta get away from this for you do something to me. These streets don't show love. Everybody gang. We used to stick together. So many people change. They try to turn the page, but the story never ends. Why did they kill my partner? Pray I see my friend again. Can't focus on revenge. I know that's not the way to go. It only make me cold. I came too far to lose my soul. Can't lose control. Gotta make a change. My life's a blessing. Never be in vain. Same old stunts. We cannot run. Decide what you want. Let it snap up. Don't doubt who you are. Let it not trust. Don't stop if you fail. Never give up. Expect to be blessed. Defeat all your fears. Say it with the chest. Own what you feel. I don't need to be famous. I don't need the attention. Move so low, cause the troubles might try on me. Remember me with my name mentioned. I moved out the road. I won't be what if I me. You hide behind the mask that you wear. And you don't know yourself. That's scary. I don't really care who's better. I just wanna be legendary. Legendary. When I say legendary, man, I don't have to be famous. I don't have to be known by everybody, but I know that I will leave my legacy for my family. I will leave my legacy for my loved ones, man. And when I leave here, so many will know that Dawg didn't exist, man. I will be legendary. I will stand as a legend. Yeah. Bye.
Shout out to Folk, man. Hello, world. Shout out to my boy Folk, man. F-O-E, Gary Boyd, man. Y'all following, man. That's legendary, man. That's legendary, man. I was just sitting up in here, man, and I was thinking, you know, that little old word from this morning, you know, it stuck with me, man. And it was speaking how the wicked runs when no one is after them, and how the righteous must be bold in faith. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's self-explanatory, but I feel like it's over a lot of people's heads. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say the heart of the wicked runs when no one is after them. You know, that's like cold sweats. That's like nightmares at night. You know, that's like oppression. You know, paranoid, schizophrenic type things. You know what I'm saying? When your mind is playing tricks on you, think somebody is after you, and nobody is even after you. You know what I'm saying? That's the heart and that's the life of the wicked. Thinking at any given time, karma is coming around the corner because your acknowledgement of your ways are something that you did. Just knowing karma gonna come. So that mean you're always uptight. You're always uptight. You're always on the defense. You know what I'm saying? You always feel the need that you have to explain yourself. You feel like you have to go into more detail on your defense, even without accusations, you know, because how you feel by you having this inner feeling about what you did, which is nothing but your conscience, right? But the wickedness that you did, the wickedness that's inside of you, it kind of disturbs your conscience, and it kind of makes you, you know, you're on the edge about everything. These are just a little key pointers of how to recognize first, how to recognize the problem. You know, a wicked heart, guilty conscience, acting abnormal, as if nothing you did is offensive upon somebody else. It's normal to you. You know, I always say they do so much crazy stuff to where it just seems normal to them these days. You know, nobody stop and think about nothing no more. It's just first nature. But here goes some things that'll stop you in your tracks. You know what I'm saying? Here goes some things that'll make you think about yourself, since nobody else can tell us nothing about ourselves. Here go a key pointers to help you correct yourself. You can't sleep at night. You're always uptight, paranoid. You know what I'm saying? It's some kind of wickedness near you or within you. That's a guilty conscience, a wicked heart, guilty about something. No integrity, something you did behind closed doors. You're afraid that it's going to come to the light, but knowing it's going to come to the light because you have a conscience. You understand what I'm saying? That's a wicked heart. But they say the heart of the righteous stands bold like a lion. In the midst of anything, you know, a righteous heart stands bold, stands on purpose, stands on something. Even if he left standing by himself, even if he knowing he gonna be judged, you still stand on what you know. You still stand on your moral. That's the heart of a righteous man. That's the heart of a righteous man. You're not always on the defense about things. Rooted to growth. That means open. You know how you can go out there and you can plant a seed out there in their garden, and it'd be a while before you even see that seed sprout. But knowing that you put a seed down there, you know something is going to come up right there. That means you expected something to come up right there, right? That's called rooted to growth. So even though you know something is right and you stand alone, it's embedded in you. You're rooted to growth. Knowing that in a certain time you're going to see progress. You're going to see growth in whatever you rooted to. Whatever you're being rooted to, you're going to see the growth from it. You know, you plant that seed down there. And that's like planting, that's like your heart is the seed. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that's embedded in your heart is going to sprout out. Whatever that's embedded in your heart, there's no way you can keep it from coming out. And it's going to show in your ways. It'll show in detail in your ways. That's why I say you have to be bold in faith, knowing that something is going to come up out of this here. Bold in faith. Bold in faith. Not afraid. Upfront. Personal. Proudly. You know how you out here repping your set. You know how you out here repping your gang. You know how you out here. You know what I'm saying, people. Boldly, proudly, aloud, not out loud, aloud. That means roaring as if a lion out there on the front line. That's boldness right there. So when you're rooted to growth, you have faith comes into play. There's something going to come up from right there. You know something just got to come up from right there. That's what your faith tells you. Rooted to growth, rooted to faith. Being rooted to your growth, it helps you have faith. That's why you have to be bold in faith, but you have to be rooted to growth first. You have to be bold with your faith. Out there alone, still standing on something. I don't know where it came from, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't go to sleep because I had that Proverbs in my system. You know what I'm saying? Where it speak on the wicked heart and the righteous heart. It's insanity to plant an apple seed and think you're going to grow oranges. No, that ain't what you're going to get out of that seed, man. So once you plant that seed into your heart with this wickedness of righteousness, The process has begun. The process has begun. It just depends on what you planted into the whole of growth. What's going to come up. What's going to come up. Only you know what you planted. You trust in the process where you can't see it. That's like your faith believing without seeing. You trust in the metamorphosis stage without even seeing it. So that's how you have to be with your faith. Just knowing something gonna come up. What's gonna come up is the question. You know what I'm saying? You got to be strong. Head on. About what you stand on. Now, only you and God know what's in your heart, but only you know what's embedded in your heart. So we can't blame all this here on God, y'all. God only give us the heart. We feed ourselves. We nourish our own hearts. What we take in, that's on us. That's where your integrity, that's where your self-consciousness come in at. You know what I'm saying? So check your heart. Make sure your heart right. Make sure your heart right first. This is the process of growth. Make sure your seed is right. Make sure whatever seed you're trying to plant is ready to be planted. Just because it's a seed don't mean it's ready to be planted. You make sure that seed is ready to be planted. You make sure your seed is ready to be planted. Because it's gonna harvest whatever you sow. Now that's like bold faith. Bold in faith. That's like actively trusting in God. Bold, got it. You know he gonna do that for you. That's actively trusting in him. On a daily trusting in him. Even when you're uncertain. Even when you don't even know the outcome of things. I told you put that seed in the ground and you don't see that seed until it starts showing the growth part. That's the uncertain part. That's the faith part. That's the unknowing part. But as soon as it sprout up, bam, you know your faith has come true. You know your growth has started this process. You're no longer in that seed stage. Stepping out of your comfort zone, that's faith. Knowing, but unknowing. But trusting the process. Stepping out your comfort zone. Doing something different. Even though you might be by yourself. Even though you might have to stand alone. Your bold faith might give somebody else faith. In whatever. We ain't just talking in the book. I'm talking life. These are stages in life, that'll help a person better themselves. These are things in life that'll make you find no room to blame somebody else. Correcting yourself, cognitive, life changes, life skills. But it starts with the seed. And the seed is the heart. Now, what do you embed in your heart on a daily? Is the question only you can answer. And it shows even when you don't recognize it because it's first nature. It's human nature. Even though you know you're going to be judged for what you do and what you stand on. Standing alone. You stand there, head up and chest out, boldly in faith. Comfortable. with being uncomfortable. Hello, world. Yeah, comfortable with being uncomfortable because your demeanor, your aura about yourself, the sway in your back, the arch in your shoulders, that shows boldness. That shows boldness. And when you show boldness, you leave no room for fear. Fear is only based upon false assumptions. I'll say it again. Fear is only based upon false assumptions, meaning not knowing the end result by fact, assuming the end result. That's fear. It kind of make you not want to go on. Oh man, that's too hard. I ain't gonna even try it when you might succeed in whatever it is. That's why you have a lot of follow the leader people. You have a lot of yes men and do boys. I mean, because you scared to step out on your own faith. You so comfortable with this, you scared to step out into uncomfortable. Test the waters out, like the old folks said. You're afraid of change. When change brings prosperity. So don't live your life based upon false assumptions, false accusations. That's why you have to embed things into your life on a daily. You have to watch what you embed in your heart on a daily. It's like a bad diet. Eventually, your ass gonna have high cholesterol. Eventually, you're gonna have gout. Eventually, you're gonna have high blood pressure. Because what you're embedding in your system on a daily. And no, at first, you don't know you have high blood pressure. At first, you don't know you have high cholesterol. At first, you don't know your sugar is low and stuff like that. Until you start getting lightheaded. Until you start feeling the symptoms. That's the same thing with faith. You don't know is faith really faithing for you. But you got to keep on going on. You got to keep on pressing forward. You got to keep on pressing forward because you got to go through the process of not even knowing, which is not seeing. You got to go through that process. So whatever you got going on and you're not seeing the results in it, go through the process. Thank you, Lord. I'm talking to me. I said all that to get it out. Whatever you're going through, go through the process of it. I know it's hell not knowing. I know it's hell not seeing the results of your labor. I know it's hell. Trust me. I know it's hell not seeing the results of your labor. But the boldness that's in my faith, I know something got to come. So it got to work out for me. Not knowing, so uncertain of the results, but just pressing along until, even though there's no clue of the result, even though I don't have no hints, even though I can't see it. Faith comes by believing in what you can't see. That's faith. So faith is basically a process. So basically trusting in a process of whatever you're in the midst of, trusting that even though it's gonna work out in your favor, trusting even though it just gotta work out in my favor, man. It just got to, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember I used to be trying to fix up my old cars, and I be to put so much money into them to the point I don't even want to sell them. Cause I done put so much into it. I'm so afraid that somebody else gonna get it and fix the smallest thing that I looked over and have a brand new car. Once you invest so much into something, it don't do no good to let it go. Trust in your process. Trust in your process. Because you could give up 5 minutes before the miracle. You can give up right before it happened, man. So be bold in your faith, man. Be bold in what you believe in. I go a little further. Be bold in what you want. Not just believing it, but living it. Not just believing it, but living it. That means even though I'm dealing with the reality, you hear me? Even though I'm dealing with the reality of the storm on the daily, I'm dealing with the reality of the storm. Even though I'm in the storm, you still believe in it. You still actively believe in it. Even though you still standing on what you're standing on. Trusting the process. Knowing that the process is processing. You hear me? Knowing that the process is processing. The process is in process. Even process has to go through processing. Hello, world. Even processing has to be processed. That's a way you don't let fear set up. That's a way that you don't ingest fear into your system. You know? I heard OG Percy say, he said, man, they was talking about all the dead rappers and stuff like that. And he said, man, all of them was good until they got that disease. He said that rapper disease. Once it get up in your system, the process starts. Once you get that rapper mentality in your system, the process starts. Hello, world. Once you get it in your system, the process starts. Whatever you invest or ingest into your system, the process will start. Something small as food. As soon as you put it in your system, the process starts of breaking it down to get it out of the system. So trust in the process. Trust in the process. Trust in the process. Even though they count you out, even though you stand alone, even though what you're doing is not in style or nobody's feeling that or it's not working out for you, trust in your process. Don't set your process according to somebody else's process. They're going to process a little different. They're going to process a little different. Because I guarantee you, once you start investing in something, you start getting attached to it. You start becoming one with whatever you invested in. That'll make you become one with yourself. Trusting in the process of bettering yourself, or trusting in the process of you making your next step to get to the next step, to get to the next stage. Invest in yourself. Be bold for yourself and trust your process. What you're doing might not work right now, but if you invest in it, if you trust in it, if you actively serve it, if you actively investing in it, keeping an eye on the process of it, that means keeping the faith in it, then you'll get a turtle head. Boop. You know what a turtle head is? Boop. You'll get a turtle head. Once you get that turtle head, you know you're no longer dealing with a seed. You're dealing with rooted growth. And as long as you feed that rooted growth, the process is going to continually hit a different stage. So eventually you're gonna see your progress of your process. Hello, world. So whoever listening to this right now, trust your process. Trust your process will progress. But remember to be bold in faith. Actively boldness. Actively boldness. Standing on the business, like they say these days. Even though you trust in the progress. You trust in the process. You trust in the process, even though. Walk boldly. Walk boldly. I say it again. Walk boldly. Walk boldly. Uncertain, unclear of the end result. You walk boldly. You walk boldly. Just trust the process. Trust the process. Don't worry about the progress yet. Don't worry about the progress. Trust the process. It's like going into a store and buying a toy and happen to buy the batteries that go to the toy. You feel me? I want the battery that come with I want the toy where the battery come included. Battery included. You feel me? Because it's going to cost me a little more to buy batteries and toys. You feel me? So I want the toy with the battery already. And that's kind of how progress and process work. It's batteries included. Because if you trust in that process and you're growing, you're deeply rooted in growth. The progress is coming. It's included already in the process. The batteries is included. The progress is included in the process. If it's not, then you won't get that turtle head. That seed will never show progress. That means it didn't make it through the process. Therefore, trust the process. The progress is included. Just stand boldly in the process of it. Like old war wounds. It's like old war wounds, man. It healed. skin grew back. It, you know what I'm saying? It progressed over time. It progressed over time, but you went through the process. But then when you turn around and you look at the progress of it, you always remember where it came from, where it started, the root. You remember where it started at, the root. You always go back to the root. Don't worry about the seed. The root. Seed ain't nothing if it ain't got no root. We worry about how strong the root of it is. Because the root, hey, is coming up through the progress. That's how you start the process to the progress. Root and growth. Root and growth. If it ain't rooted, it can't grow. If it ain't rooted, it can't grow. It won't grow. You'll never see the progress. The progress will never show if it ain't rooted. You still got to water it on a daily. You still got to give it sunlight on a daily. That's the whole process of it. That's the work in the process. That's the only power you have in the process. Watering it. Planting it, watering it. The rest is just being bold in it happening. Trusting in the process. Stand boldly on the process. Knowing what you're doing, it will pay off. May not be today, might not be tomorrow, but just knowing what you're doing will pay off. But it starts with the heart. If you have a wicked heart, you can't get here. If you got a wicked heart, you can't start this process. Because that's a dead seed that will not root. It will not root. It'll perish before you see progress. So watch what you let in your heart. Watch what you put in your heart. Watch what you allow in your heart. Because it will root. It will get embedded in. But it's a dead process. Because the wicked will perish. So once that wickedness starts showing through the process of growth, man, you see why they got different levels of felonies, different types of crimes, different, you know what I'm saying, different levels of hatred, because how it was rooted in the heart and it grew out this way and that way. Been having hatred in your heart since a child. Teenager, hell, you started killing dogs. And the older you got, hell, you feel me? Because the wickedness grew. Now it's not. Now look what it's showing. Look at the progress that you know what I'm saying? So watch what you put up in here. These are ways to fix yourself. No, I'm not perfect, but I know me. I know the world. And I know half the time people don't sit down and think about this here. This not church to me. This is, hey man, I'm always up for a good listening. If it was only about me, I'd sit in my room and talk to myself, you know, but this about the red room, this about the process. Feel me? This the process of this just the start of it. I'm gonna water this here and I'm gonna invest in this here. And I'm gonna stand boldly on the process of this here. Uncertain of where the red room gonna go. uncertain of where this might take me. But I'm going to stand boldly in it. I'm a daily invested. I'm going to actively believe in it. And I'm going to trust the process of the progress. Simple as that. Whatever stage you might be in, daily invest in it. Don't listen to the he say and the she say, and don't focus on the ones that failed before you. You trust in your progress. Trust in the process of your progress. Knowing and unknowingly. Be bold in faith. Stand firm in what you believe in. Trust your inner self. Invest in your inner self. Like I say, you don't see that seed growing, but be bold, knowing wholeheartedly it's coming. It's coming. Rooted through growth. Bold in faith. Trusting the process for the progress.
You are another way, wonderfully made. I see it. You are perfect. I see it. Decisions might not be perfect. I see it. But you are perfect. I see it. Way. You gotta know that. I see it. I know another way. Another way. I see it. They try to feed me all the lies, but now I see it. And I believe everything I try to be. They try to kill everything inside of me, but they can never take the greatness up out of me. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I see it. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I tell you now I see it. I tell you now I see it. I see it. Yo, I didn't have to change up my life so I can make a meal. And I don't need you helping me out. I still make it still. Power fear receiving this favor. You better believe I'm still. How you think I'm pushing this labor? I tell you cause I still believe in the creator of all. Not to say the reason that I don't be messing with y'all. I don't do fake and try to stay away from negative vibes. I slipped up and see I pray that I be better this time. With who I trust, some people I always gonna have something to say. I tried to let you keep your words, your actions made it this way. So who to blame? I know you thought that I was over and gone. I still love the ones who gossiping and judging me wrong. Pray y'all had tried to feed me all the lies, but now I see it. And I believe everything I try to be. They try to kill everything inside of me, but they can never take the greatness up out of me. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I see it. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I see it. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I see it. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I refuse to go without a fight. You see the battle gon' be won, not by power or by might. I am not a worthless sinner. You believe what you believe. I was never born a sinner. I know now cause now I see it. Not a man from the dirt. This is just a scuba suit. If you searching on the outside, you might never find the truth. I was ready. Great creator told me it was time to speak. I stepped back and took a breather. They would never catch me weak. I would never face defeat. I know the power within. I would walk in abundance and never struggle again. I ain't gotta be famous. I just wanna do better. Make a way for my family so we'll be happy together. Now they try to feed me all the lies, but now I see it. And I believe everything I try to be. They try to kill everything inside of me, but they can never take the greatness up out of me. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I see it. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I see it. I tell you now I see it. I see it. I see it. I tell you now I see it. I see it. Yo, we just listen to what people tell you, man. You gotta see it for yourself, man. Seeing me, you gotta get understanding for yourself. No other man's experience can substitute for yours.
Y'all link in, man. Tap in, man. Tap in, man. God he gonna do some big things for us in this Red Room, man. Y'all tap in, man. It's something. I tell you, man, it's something you want to be a part of. You know, something you want to be a part of, man. We're gonna shock the world with this one here. We're gonna shake the world up with this one here. It ain't just about the music and all that there, man. We up in here, man. Hey, I'm trying to create a way. I'm trying to create a way, man. I'm trying to create a better way for me and mine. I've never been a religious person, but I believe in God. I believe in a higher power, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Most definitely. I don't prosecute or persecute anybody that have their own beliefs. Hey man, I firmly tell people to believe in what you believe in. I boldly tell people to believe in what you believe in. If you let somebody sway you not to believe in what you believe in, then man, you don't believe in what you say you believe in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say bold and faith. That's what I mean when they're not being certain of whatever gonna happen. Not knowing the end result. That's what I mean. Not knowing the end result, just trusting in the process that the progress will show. A lot of people give up on themselves and then they be mad about people giving up on them. I mean, hey, what you expect? But because somebody give up on you, don't give you the right to give up on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So stand bold in what you believe in. You stand bold in what you stand on, man. Even if you don't see the process, the progress of it. I mean, trust the process of it. You know what I'm saying? Invest a little more. Add a little more water. Put a little more love in it. Put a little more heart in it. You know? It always go back to the watering. It always go back to the daily process. So trust the process. Stand on something. Stand on business. Stand on what you stand on. Don't be swayed. Don't be swayed. You know, if I didn't trust my process, it'll run me crazy. All the people I see, you know what I'm saying, that's making it in my field. So I trust my process. You know what I'm saying? I trust my process. Standing on something boldly. This a dog, man. Red Room Sunday, man, was a blessing, man. I appreciate everybody, man, that tuned in and tapped in, man. Yeah. Y'all catch back up with me, man. I'm gonna be having the playoff games in the Red Room. You know. So I got a lot of things I'm trying to do and I need some help. So if you're with me, hey man, you know how to get in touch with me. Salute, you know. I appreciate all the love I've been getting. Appreciate all the love I've been getting, man. Oh God. I appreciate all the love. If it wasn't for the love, man, I probably would be trying something else, you know what I'm saying? But this that's what I mean when trusting in. That's what I mean, trusting the process. And I'm seeing my progress. I salute everybody that's, you know what I'm saying, that's in this movement with me, man. STS Incorporated, man. We still standing, man. And we standing boldly. Salute.